Yo, yo, yo. Should be good.
What's up?
What up, what up?
Oh, nothing much. Just caught, some of my friend just showed me the clip of that McGregor fight. Holy shit.
There wasn't much more than just a clip.
No, that was it. Literally, that was it. Like, damn. He broke his nose with his shoulder.
It's crazy, right?
Fuck
We
did he
stayed
do?
up and watched it live. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't catch it live, but goddamn, that was Jesus Christ.
Being able to watch that stuff live has been honestly like best part of being in the US. Not having to watch it at 6 a.m.
Right. Oh yeah, because the time zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get
What
that.
up, everyone? How's everyone doing?
Hello. Nice.
Good. How are you?
How are you?
Playing. Can't complain. It's just me today. Schmidt is got some meetings and stuff he has to take care of. So it's just going to be me. Otherwise, we'll just do everything as usual. Answer your questions. Go through one by one. Probably wait another minute or two, see who else joins, and then I'll start going through. Nathan, have you been on a call before?
Yeah, I have.
Cool. All right. So we got the regulars. Matt Kelly, Colin, Rody.
The Goonies.
What up, Matt?
How's it going, mate?
Going well, going well. You
Good.
started working on the new store?
Yeah. Just started it now, so just been importing the products and all that.
Nice. I see you train jiu-jitsu, is that right?
Yeah.
That's dope. How long have you been doing that?
About 2 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So.
You going up through the belt?
Yeah, well, I'm still actually a white belt, so
Cool.
it takes quite a while to go through the belt. So
Yeah.
I think it takes like 16 years to get like the black, doesn't it? Some crazy number.
yeah, it depends. Depends how much you train. I think it's different for everyone. I think some people get it quicker, some people slower. So
I just started like a month ago and
Oh, yeah?
sparred for the first time last week.
enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good, man. I just got hooked on it.
I still haven't seen that video of you and Nate beating the shit out of each other.
I can probably find that and send that to you. I don't know about each other. It was pretty one-sided.
Okay, it was like the fight last night then?
Just longer.
A little bit longer, all right.
Honestly, it was 40 seconds. That fight felt like 15 seconds. Honestly,
Uh-huh.
man,
It was over as soon as he busted his nose.
I've never seen somebody use the shoulder like that.
I know, right? Like, what body part can't he use to knock somebody out?
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. All right. I think we'll get started here. Probably some more people will trickle in. Rody, you're my top left, my screen. What do you got for us? Updates, questions? What can I help you with?
So I was left since last time. So I did the custom content for the shop that I had, which didn't really work well. All this week I've been fighting with Facebook kind of because they've been disabling my account like 4 times and rejecting all the ads like for no reason. So 4 days of my week was like chatting with Facebook.
Okay.
So didn't really do much. So now I'm like, I want to change the product. I want to keep the niche that I told you for the Wanderlust girls with a traveling niche. So I've been looking for a new product to play with.
Gotcha. So I was looking at what you sent me yesterday or the day before, and I really think you sent me that brand that's doing it really well. And I think if you use like their advertising, like their site looks good and their ads are all right, but if you or me run the same ads to a new store, we're going to struggle, because I think that part of the reason it works for them is they have so much data, they've got an established brand, so things can work for them that wouldn't work for a new store. I think in this niche with this type of product, we need to do something very, very sort of exceptionally well, or something very unique. So one option is just a very unique product. That is kind of the winning product idea. That's just one way. The other way, I think, is with very unique content. So really thinking about how can I stand out with content? How can I do something differently so that your content is much better or just different to what everybody else is doing? Or you can have like a different angle. So you're wanting to do sort of the wanderlust angle. I think that can work. Maybe there's an opportunity to do something specific to one location. So not just wanderlust, but wanderlust for a specific country, continent, beach, to make it very, very specific and sort of set yourself apart that way. What do you think of
Okay, I
that?
was thinking as well to like maybe do a blog, stuff like that. So like content into the website, maybe like more Instagram feed, all that, to make it more compelling to this niche.
Those
But
are
yeah,
probably good ideas for once you're established, but really to get the ball rolling, you have to get it working with paid traffic. So, I mean, a blog is like, and waiting for Google traffic, I don't think that's a good strategy for ecom. I think those are good things to have in addition to paid advertising down the line, but you really need something unique in your marketing to stand out with paid traffic.
okay. So what do you think? What do you think about the products I sent you? I found a couple more that could actually work. Do you think to try these, or like?
I think the products are good, but they're not amazing. The product alone isn't going to make it work. This product with a unique marketing idea or unique content or unique angle, that can work. But just this product alone isn't going to be like, wow, I've never seen this. This is so great. I don't think just this product alone is going to make it work. Do you see what I'm saying? So this product with something else that is unique in your marketing can work. This product alone is a bit too typical, a bit too common to just work and do massive numbers, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. If you spend 50 bucks, 100 bucks on ads and it works right off the bat, but I don't think so. I think you'll need something really unique in your marketing.
Okay, so you think the angle that I've got is not going to work with this kind of products?
It can
Or
if you make it just wanderlust in general, I think is too broad. I think it could work if you make the whole site specific to Bali. If you make a site about wanderlust and traveling to Bali, and you make the domain is balilove.com or whatever, and you make the product copy and the images and everything, give it like a Bali feel or something like that, that could work. But just something sort of differentiating.
Yeah, I was
and
thinking
not
like
so general.
more down, not just wanderlust, but wanderlust girls who like to travel, and I wanted to associate it more with the beach and all that, like summer. So with this kind of micro niche, not just wanderlust, so to this specific market. So as you said, like maybe Bali, but maybe something else, but something to do with the beach and all that.
The more specific, the better, I think.
Okay. Then just how do you think I should choose the product? With which criteria?
I think once you have the angle that you want, look at the content that those products have. So if you go on AliExpress, look at what content is available without you having to shoot it yourself. Because if
Okay.
you have two products and one just has white background pics and the other one has white background pics, but also has pictures on the beaches of Bali, if you're trying to do the Bali angle, the second product's going to be better. I think content, honestly, is one of the big things I look for. Once I've decided on like a product category, the type of content available is one of the big things I look for when picking the specific listing and the specific product version to use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like a globe bracelet or a globe necklace, slight design changes, they're still essentially the same product that you're selling. So it really comes down to, I think, in large part, your margins, how reliable the supplier is, which you can't really know beforehand, and the content. The content's going to be huge.
Mm. Okay. Another thing, what do you think this for this brand? It runs like 20% off. Do you think that work with my shop, or I should always go over 50% off?
I don't think 20% off is a really appealing offer. You don't always have to do 50+% off. I run stores that don't have a percentage off at all. But then there's another offer. There's 2 for $30, or a 3-pack, or buy 2 get 40% off. So you don't always have to do the 50% off, the 70% off. But you have to have a more appealing offer than just 20% off when you're getting started.
Okay. I just wanted to make it more simple, to make it look much less like drop shipping store, and make it look more like a brand. So I was thinking, what can I take off, like from my product page, like the huge guarantee, maybe like make a shorter guarantee, and I don't know, like change.
I liked your product pages. I don't think you needed to change much, honestly. I like your design. I think they're very aesthetically pleasing. I don't think that's the big problem we have. I think the big problem we have is product, market, and angle. Maybe content. I think those are the ones you really need to be focused on.
Okay.
And then once we have that working, we can still go back and edit the product description, see how we can optimize it or fine tune it. But I think the market, the angle, and the content are really going to be the big things for you.
So with this market and this angle that I told you, do you think I should go and test this product as I sent you, the other two that I found?
I think if you can find a sub niche that you think is really going to work, yes. The broad market, I wouldn't test.
No, yeah. The ones that I told you, the Wanderlust girls traveling and like beach, to summer holidays, let's say.
I would niche it down to a country. That's a country or a region.
Like how exactly?
To make the whole thing specific to Wanderlust girls who want to travel to Southeast Asia or want to travel to Bali.
Okay.
Because you're saying, oh, you've niched down Wanderlust to Wanderlust girls who want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And in my eyes, those are kind of the same thing already.
Okay.
So I would get more specific. I would look into the Bali or look into other countries that are really popular with the whole Instagram Wanderlust girl
Okay.
demographic. I think Bali might be your best bet, honestly.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well.
Or even Thailand.
But how could I niche it down with the Facebook ads then? Should I just target?
Oh, your Facebook ads you wouldn't really niche down. Maybe there's a Facebook interest for Bali that you would target, but it's really just in your ad, in your content, and in your website.
Okay.
Make the entire website focused on girls who want to travel to Bali. And on the Facebook ad side, like, you don't need to change all that much, honestly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll try that.
Cool.
And do you think I should test like a couple of products which work for someone else, or should I just find something that is niche from like research from books, all that? Because I did the research, have like an idea what girls like what kind of jewelry they would wear, like the ones who go to these kind of destinations. But do you think I should choose a product that work for like a specific stores who run ads for the product? Or
So I don't think if you're selling a bracelet or a necklace with a globe or with a wave, it doesn't have to be that exact necklace. If it's worked for one store, like a specific necklace, you don't have to do the same necklace, because the overall concept is proven that girls want to buy the rose gold wave necklace. That's like a proven concept. And then if you have a different wave necklace, it doesn't really match all that much. Which product you should pick? Try to find, I would really go for the one that has the best content that you can tie into Bali or whatever your sub niche is. I would really look at the content available for it.
okay.
And then also your margins, and there's a bunch of things that go into consideration, but I think content is really something that should be high up on your priority list for this type of product.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
And otherwise, if you're unsure, if you've got 2 or 3 and you can't really decide, just send them over to me in Slack and we'll go from there.
Okay, I have like 3, I think. If I can send you and you tell me your opinion on that, that would be great.
Have a look though what you can find specifically for the sub niche of Bali, Southeast Asia, or whatever.
Okay.
And then send me over what you think is best for that.
Okay, we'll do that.
Cool. All right, we'll move on and then we'll circle back if you have any more questions later. Nathan, what do you got for me today?
Hey everyone.
What's the Google Ads God doing?
So Google Ads, I ended up toning down the Google Ads for a while. I was spending about $25 a day. I was consistently getting about $100 in sales a day, so I was right at a profitable. But just all of a sudden, my it just stopped about a week ago. So I turned the daily spend down. I think it's only spending like $10 a day right now, and it still has not, and it's been like that for about a week. So I'm gonna look at that, probably cut them off, see what else I can do. I'm going to fix my my product page, and really I'm thinking about just revamping pretty much the entire website. But no, this week I don't have a ton of questions. I actually did have something to say though. For everyone, one thing that I highly recommend that has helped me is I know we talked about shipping times last week. Well, 2 weeks ago, between then and now, I had gotten an email, and this one here, actually, let me pull it up. I can read it to you. I think she placed her order on January 4th. Okay. So I got this email. Good morning. I wanted to inquire about an order I placed on January 4th, 2020. I have not received it. The order number gave me that. The item is, I would like an update on arrival. Any help is appreciated. And obviously left her name. So instead of emailing back, because I've emailed customers back, and occasionally they can get upset with that, right? They're just want to know. They want to know now, right? Because that's what we like. So what I did is I actually I gave her a phone call, and it was her husband that picked up, and I ended up letting him know. I was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I did check on your order. I apologize. With the New Year's, I was like, I've been trying to get things together. Shipping times have been longer, but here's your I said, here's your tracking number. I said, would you like me to provide you your tracking number? He was like, no, that's fine. I just want to know where it's at. And I was able to tell him, listen, it just got to he was from, I think it was Olive Branch, Missouri, Mississippi, something like that. I was like, I just got to the Olive Branch post office. And I was like, if you'd like, I can provide you with the tracking, but it says it should be delivered tomorrow. And he was like, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And I think doing this, and if you're calling them, I mean, if all e-commerce people were calling, you know, their customers like that, I think it builds trust, and it helps us that are in the e-commerce space more, really, because now when you guys might be running an ads and target one of these same people, they have they remember good things about things that they bought online off Facebook ads or something like that. Because a lot of people right now, I mean, they're waiting 3 weeks for their products still. You know what I'm saying? People are still trying to try the old drop shipping method, which is not, I mean, you have to use ePacket now, but if you're not even using AliExpress, you're going to need to find something that's going to get to them. I mean, it doesn't have to be Amazon. Remember, we're not, obviously, like you said, we're not competing with Amazon really, because a lot of these people, I've sold products that you can get on Amazon for $10, and I've sold them for 20, like $2.50 online. I mean, you're just trying to get them from Facebook to the store. But I think building a relationship and having these people actually feel like it's a store, most of these companies they're going to buy from online are not going to call them and tell them where the product is. And so it just builds trust.
Absolutely. It's also an interesting one. If you call up your customers, like your past customers, just for feedback to hear what they think of the product, you'll really start to develop like a different customer avatar.
I'm actually going to write that down. I didn't even think about doing that.
Yeah, because if you just look at pictures of them, like if you go on Facebook, look at the people that have liked your page or people that have bought from you. If you look them up on Facebook and you see pictures of them, you see what they post on their profile and stuff. That gives you a real insight into who's buying. But when you hear their voice, it's different too. Because I've obviously selling in a couple different markets, and it's crazy how different the emails that you get are, and then how different the people sound when you call them. They're just complete opposites in tonality, age, vocabulary, just everything. I mean, intelligence. Like sometimes you call someone up and you can just tell, oh, this guy's clever. Like this guy's just smart. You can hear in his voice. Sometimes you can hear the opposite.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one when you call someone up and they answer the phone. You can really tell something about the person, I think.
And I mean, that's another nice thing too, is that like if we, you know, are changing the way e-commerce is done, it's not over email, it's over the phone. Like people like that, people appreciate that. And then if one of their friends is like, oh, you know, I've been looking at getting whatever it is that you're selling, right? You have the chance that they recommend you. They might not, but at the end of the day, at least you know that they were happy, and that there's a chance that they might say, hey, listen, I got this from this website. They were super, super awesome. And when I had a problem, or I didn't even have a problem, they called to check up and see how we liked the product, how it worked for me, you know, and people are going to appreciate it.
The funny thing about that is, even if you don't get referrals necessarily, like happy customers have weird ways of improving, I think, your Facebook ads. Not even like feedback score or anything, but just if you have happy customers, I think Facebook over time will give you better results. I've seen it that people that have happy customers, their businesses grow in ways that you wouldn't necessarily expect if you just looked at the numbers of the market or whatever. Take example Jason, how he ships out, FedExes out products if they don't arrive and stuff. Like just that focus on customer service, it ends up paying off. It really does.
Yeah.
Are you running Facebook ads at all?
No. So what we were talking about 2 weeks ago was for this product solely, I was just running the Google AdWords. I'm going to get into Facebook advertisements soon. Actually, I just got the product in because I ordered it myself. Got the product in, and I'm just I believe I'm gonna shoot the advertisement myself.
Dope.
I have a camera. I know how to edit and stuff like that. So that's my plan to do that. It's a workout product. One of my good friends, actually one of my roommates, yeah, he's a personal trainer. So I was gonna just have him kind of probably hold it. I can probably get a girl to one of his other friends that is really into fitness to get in that too. So that's my plan with that.
Cool. Let me know how it goes, and if you have any questions, Slack chat, always there.
Yeah, I'll probably post the advertisement in the Slack channel before I launch it, kind of get feedback. because it's a higher ticket product. It's a massage gun, so it's yeah. So
I've
it
been
costs.
thinking about
So it
selling
costs
those.
my customers have been getting the product in about 1.5 weeks is what I've seen,
Really?
which is pretty good. Yeah, it's been right at about 1.5 weeks. I ordered it for myself. What's the date today? The 19th. It came in yesterday, which was the 18th. I ordered it on the 7th, I think. So
Pretty
right at
decent.
11 days.
Dude,
So that-
I've been researching that market the past like 4 days, and I'm sure you've seen ExoClick, right?
ExoClick. I believe I've heard the name before.
Their ads are like super basic. They just do plain image ads. Like they have like white background, they have the product plus like 3 bullets or something in text. And the ads get crazy, like crazy engagement. Like you don't usually see like hundreds of comments on an image ad that is like so plain. Like it's just not a special ad in any way, and it must be freaking working because it's
Yeah.
getting that engagement. They've been running it for a while. They're all like good English comments, not third world countries or anything. I saw that was really impressive to me because you know the video ads where you see somebody like holding it up to their abs and their abs are shaking, like those super attention grabbing stuff. And this brand's just running plain white background pics and
Really,
it's working.
really. Okay,
I'm
then
like, damn, like
I
that's
don't think I've seen theirs before. That's something I'll look into. But I mean,
or here's another one. There was a really shitty company doing like worst of the worst drop shipping. They're saying like everything I think was in Finnish or Danish or Swedish or something like that, and all their ads were in that language. Their content was like stolen from different competitors. It wasn't even the right product sometimes. So the video ad would have like 3 different variations of the product, just because they stole content from wherever they could. It was supposed to be all straight from Sweden, and then or Finland or whatever the fuck. And then all the comments were about how product not received, companies not finished, don't respond to emails. So like they got a bunch of fucking negative feedback, which
Yeah.
shows a bunch of people ordered from this fucking shitty ass company. Like they were doing nothing right. Like their
Yeah.
video ad was bad, their website was bad. Like the only thing they had going for them was like good product targeted to a new market, like the Finnish market. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing they had going for them, and it was working. So
Simplicity.
that's like when I see people do something badly and it works, like that catches my attention.
Yeah, because then you know that obviously it's not the product, it's them. If people want to buy, there's a market for the product.
Yep.
I would have to say, like when you're saying about like the white background and the massage gun, the simplicity I think is key on like any website really, or just like any advertisement too. Because if you look at these, I mean these really really big like companies. For instance, if you go to Apple's website, if you go to like luxury websites like Louis Vuitton, all these like companies, their websites are very simple. They're nothing crazy, nothing like literally.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about like, I personally, I don't on any of my websites, I don't put a countdown timer because I've never been on a website where they have a countdown timer, and now I feel like that screams drop shipping.
Damn, you've obviously never booked from Booking.com.
Actually, I did. You're right. Booking.com does have one.
They have them all fucking over, dude.
Yes, you're
Like
right. No, I usually book directly with airlines.
Airbnb has like 8 people are looking at this apartment right now.
Really? Yeah. Actually, well, I usually book on the phone, and I don't for my Airbnbs. I don't really pay attention to that as much. But yeah, I forgot booking. I usually book with the airline directly, so I don't see
But
that.
it's ridiculously fake. Like
it's crazy.
It jumps like into your face like countless times.
See, and you know what they're doing, but it still works. Doesn't matter how many copybooks you read. Doesn't matter how many websites you create yourself. It still works.
Yeah. Do you recommend using the countdown timer?
Sometimes you don't. It's not necessary, but sometimes it works.
I think it depends on the product too, right? Because I have I like every time I start a new store, after I get some traffic in, I like to order the products myself. I started a watch and like bracelet store not too long ago, just because I knew the guy who was actually making the bracelets. I thought I had one right here. I have it over there.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I was in an Apple store, and I was getting my phone fixed, and one of the managers there, he has his own company that sells watches, bracelets, stuff like that. And so I was talking to him, and I decided to start carrying his products. And so he sent me a couple of them, and I was able to, and I you know, it was a lot different because I ordered some of the ones because, like, you know what, I might start. I know the watches, the bracelets, that's a little outdated, older drop shipping method, but I was like, this is not going to cost me that much, and I know the person doing it, so the shipping times are literally 2 days.
That's huge.
And so I got the product from him. If you can see, for instance, like this right here, this is a watch, but like it's not your typical AliExpress, like where it comes in a bag, you know, and like you open it up and you can see the watch right there. The funny thing is I ended up getting, within like the first couple of days, I got a $350 sale on one of these watches. This is a different one right here. You look at that and it's soft in the front, and like the packaging is pretty nice. But it's a carbon fiber. So, but that website is super basic, super plain, and I think that's what made that customer ultimately decide, because I sold that, like I said, I sold this for $350.
It all depends on markets. That's the thing. So like compare app prices. Sometimes people say like, oh, compare app prices just look fake. They can also look super real. If you're selling something like blue light glasses, right? Blue light glasses, typical price point, $39.95. However, people who have glasses know you can easily pay $200 for a normal pair of glasses. Like that's not a weird price to pay.
Yeah.
So when the price is 60% off, $39.95, usually $99.95, that's a reasonable discount. Like glasses can be $100. So it's like all these things depend. It's the same with countdown timers. Like, does it make sense that this is a special sale that's running out? Does it make sense that this is limited quantity only? So it's always a case of, does it make sense? So kind of the trade-off there of, we know countdown timers and stuff works, but is there a better way to sell this item? So if I can find a better way, a unique way that nobody else is thinking about doing, then I'll generally go for the more unique way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you got any, you said you didn't really have any questions at this point?
No, I just that's just one thing I wanted to throw out for everyone. On the big one was just the phone call.
Phone call, I like it. Cool. All right. Well, I'll hop back in with any questions if they come up, and we'll move on to the man, Matt Kelly.
How's it going?
Going well. You got any questions as you're building your store, or you're well into the routine?
Not really, mate. I kind of know what I'm doing. The only sort of question is, do you think, should I keep sticking with the worldwide on Facebook? I think.
Start. New niche, start with US only. Once you get some data, go worldwide. I found if you test a new niche, new product worldwide right off the bat, you'll get a lot of traffic from cheap countries. And you can try excluding cheap countries, but then the next cheapest country that you didn't exclude will be the one that gets a bunch of traffic.
Yeah,
I like to go US only to start, and then once you have data, expand to ePacket or even worldwide. And once you have data, even if you go worldwide with no exclusions, India, Brazil, like all these countries that would normally eat up your budget, if you start right from the scratch with no data, once you have data, those countries don't get that much spend, in my experience.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay, cool.
It's one of those things where like going from US only to worldwide is almost always going to improve your results once you do it. Like if you're like at break even, like Nico, for example, who's not on here today, I think he's catching a flight or something, he said. If he's like at break even and he's sold like a couple hundred units, if we tell him to go worldwide or to expand to ePacket countries, his results are like almost guaranteed to get better. It's almost a guarantee, unless you've got a product that is only specific to US people. Expanding to other countries will almost always make you more profitable, but doing it right off the bat has not delivered great results in my experience.
Right. No, it's just because obviously in my last store, I did the worldwide after. Obviously, I did America first.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like with the, I guess like you say with the worldwide, it's more a case if you're quite close to, like you say, the break even or whatever.
It's just, I mean, probably some people have not seen the product before because other sellers aren't advertising worldwide. And then it's just, you can get cheaper traffic. And although they're poor countries, there's people with money in poor countries, and Facebook knows who those people are, and Facebook will show your ads to those people. So once you have data worldwide, and expanding to other countries is a really good option. You know, that can be the difference between losing money and being profitable.
What do you think? I've heard testing New Zealand and Australia as well. What do you think of those?
Australia is huge for me. I'll say that.
Really?
I don't do that. I just go from US to, either I go from US to worldwide or US to ePacket, depending on.
So US to build up your traffic, and then you go worldwide because then it knows your customer better.
Yeah, that's pretty much been what's worked for me. And then sometimes I'll go worldwide or ePacket and it doesn't work right off the bat, and I'll be like, all right, I'll just go back to doing US for a bit longer.
Okay.
And then other times I'll run US, get 10 sales, be like 20% negative margins, and I'll be like, traffic costs are too high, let's try worldwide and see if it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
But just to start with US only. That's always, I think, a proven strategy that's worked for me, worked for others. Like, just adding other variables, I don't think is a great move. Because, like, yes, you can test only New Zealand and Australia, and that might work, but I don't think it's the main thing you should be focused on.
Okay.
Because even if you advertise worldwide, and then go do after 10,000 and spend, like, you're selling profitably, you're spending a lot. If you break down and look at what your best countries are, honestly, anytime I've looked at, Brazil performs great, Australia performs great, let's make an ad set only for Australia, it's generally not performed all that well.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to like isolate countries is not something I really do.
Okay.
Other than
You pretty much just test it worldwide once you or just run it worldwide once you have your data, and
yeah,
and then you
yes, to either ePacket or worldwide, depending on shipping options. And then there's a bunch of countries to exclude. Argentina, Brazil, they've got that tax number issue, like just exclude it. Makes it easier if you're shipping from China. There's a bunch of countries to exclude. Verum Ecom, good YouTube channel, has a list of the countries that they exclude.
what was that again?
What's that?
The Ecom channel?
Yeah, Verum. It's either Venom or Verum Ecom. One of them's a boxing company, the other one's the ecom company. I get them mixed up. They've got like a list of countries they exclude. I kind of started with that list and then added on to it. Whenever you see a country and your customer support come up again and again, exclude it. If there's an issue that keeps happening, like Argentina shipping is incredibly expensive at the moment, I think. Brazil has the tax number issue, like just exclude it and don't have to worry about that anymore.
Awesome, thank you.
Cool. Matt, we were at. You got anything else?
And that's it, I think.
All right. David S. David S is back.
Yes.
You're back, man.
Yeah, it's feels great. It's it's great to have that roller coaster of emotions all back again. So it's been all right so far, actually. Since I shut down my last one, I kind of knew what I was going into. It's funny, like I said, I put in the chat, like the first day I ran ads, I got a sale, it's kind of been bland since then. So it's just testing. I ordered almost all my products. I got to get pictures. It's yeah, aside from that, it's just kind of hoping people come on and convert. I get in traffic. It's just, I think the hardest right now is to convert people. And maybe it's just because it's a hot
spend have you done? What sort of results have you had on this new store?
I'm almost at 500 for spending, and I've only had one purchase for $89.99. So it's
do you think your content sucks? Do you think that's a problem?
no, I get. I mean, I average right now between anywhere, I don't know, about 20 to 30 people to come to my website. I mean, I get people on there. I just can't get them to convert. I mean, it's pretty, it's basic. I've changed the copy up a couple of times. I've seen, I'm taking this one a little more seriously. I've been like, if I see on Facebook an ad that looks good, I'll like save it. I'll click to their website. I kind of see how they're doing. I mean, I changed it up a couple times. I think right now the way I have it set up, the product description right now is the best. It was one I saw and I kind of twisted it to my own, based on how they had it set up. But I don't know. I mean, I think I just need to. There's like 4 or 5 colors. I only have one. I mean, I only have one of the products, and I'm taking pictures of. So it just might be seeing only one color on the website and just thinking like I just need to get more colors up there, I think, to be more convincing. But I mean,
when I hear that, that's kind of a red flag. When you said you spent 500, you've made one sale for like $90.
mm-hmm.
With those stats, I would not be ordering products.
Okay.
Because like on your last store, it was looking promising. And it was like, okay, what can we tweak? What can we improve? What content can we shoot? How do we make this profitable? With this one, it doesn't seem all that promising. I don't think an extra color variant, I mean, I don't know what the product is, but I don't know if an extra color variant is going to make a 10x difference in results, which is essentially what you need at this point. So, and again, like, I mean, I've worked with you in the past. I know that you know how to build a store. I know you know how to make ads. I'm assuming there's no glaring issues on either the store or the ads. So I'm wondering why you're at 0.2 ROAS after 500 bucks in spend. And I don't, you see what I'm saying? Like, that tells me we need a drastic change. That does not tell me let's get custom content.
Yeah,
custom content to me is we've spent 500, we've made between 350 and upwards of 350. That tells me, okay, this has potential. Let's get custom content. Let's improve this. We'll get this profitable.
Yeah. And I guess the only thing that's like that's kind of like keeping me hanging in there is so the first picture I ran for about the first week and a half. The first picture I ran, it was kind of a far. I guess I'll say the new picture I'm running right now, it's getting a lot more clicks. But I guess going off of what you said, it's still not converting. I mean, I've only ran it for 3 days, the new picture. I mean, it's doing really well, like performance-wise, compared to the last one. But yeah, it's still not converting. I'm either debating on, because I have more bag colors coming in, so I should switch to one of the other products and start advertising that. I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of where I'm at now.
Gotcha. What I don't want you to do is get stuck on one product or one idea and try to perfect it if there's not potential. The reason why I wanted you to do that in the last attempt is because we saw potential right off the bat.
Right.
So there's so many things you can sell. Like there's an infinite number of products, infinite number of markets, niches, angles you can use. I don't want you to get stuck on one and focus on that for a month if it isn't showing potential.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I gotcha. It's yeah, I get it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if I should maybe try for like another week and see how it goes.
How much are you spending daily? Are you at $50 a day?
I'm at about 40. Sometimes I drop it down to 30. The one I recently did was I went up to let's see, I went up to like 8 on a $5 ad spend just to kind of, expand and just test. And then, well, like I said, ever since I put this new picture up, it's a lot more when you see it. I guess it's one of those when you're scrolling and you stop and it like kind of catches your attention. Like I said, it's performing really well right now, but I just haven't had I haven't had anyone convert. I will say though, I had someone initiate checkout, which is, ever since my first sale, this time I've seen someone actually go to checkout and just kind of stop. But, so I don't know. I have hope, but like you said, there's a ton of other markets out there, but I don't know. It's just,
Those numbers don't excite me.
yeah, I know, me neither.
Some sort of shitty website with some sort of shitty ad, and we're seeing those results, I'd be like, okay, let's improve the site, let's improve everything.
Right.
But without seeing it, I'm gonna guess your site probably looks decent. I think your ad probably looks decent based on what I've seen you do in the past.
Yeah.
Those numbers don't look good.
Yeah. No, I agree.
My most recent store that I tested, it was my most recent store. I spent $8 on day one, then my ad account got shut down. I made a sale with those $8.
Wow.
That's fucking 4 ROAS, 5 ROAS right off the bat. Then got shut down. Okay, get the ad account back. Day one of running ads again, you're at 3.5 ROAS. Now that's not normal. That's like, okay, product works right off the bat, easy.
Right.
But you want, like, those markets exist, those products exist.
Mm-hmm.
There's more of them than any of us will ever need.
Right.
So I caution you not to get stuck with something that's showing such poor results right off the bat.
Yeah.
Unless you think the content on AliExpress is super bad and with better content, it's going to make a huge, huge, huge difference.
It's very, I ordered them first and then took pictures, and then the first ad I ran was, I like modeled in it, and it was, it looked pretty good. I took a ton of them. I went to the city and got pictures. It looks good. Like I said, my first day I got a purchase on it, and it was an ad that I created with one of my pictures. So, and it's ever since then, I don't know, maybe it's just, I need to expand more on testing like different, because I haven't even went through all like the interests yet. I've been kind of sticking around the ones that have been performing a little bit better than others. And like I said, ever since I got this new photo up, I'm getting more engagements on it. Like I said, it is one that kind of catches your attention a little bit more. I don't know. I kind of like,
send me over what you're doing after the call. I'll take a look.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send I'll send that
ad metrics, your ads, your landing page, just everything.
Okay. Because like I said, I think it's almost like my last one. It's really simply set up, nothing over the top. I think it looks. Again, I'm not the customer, but I think everything looks all right. I even tried adding in one of those pop-ups for like a 10% off like your first purchase, which I'm like, I don't even know if that's like throwing people off, like they don't like that, or if it's helping. I've had some people sign up for an email, but no one's used it yet. So I was even just trying to test that out just to kind of push people incentive to buy. So yeah, I don't, and then like I said, it's only the first product. I have like the 4 or 5 others on there that I can test out, but I don't know. Maybe I should be a little cautious and shut it down.
I would not spend too much on one product. It's something I was talking about with Rody 2 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. Like there's so many options of what we can sell. We don't need to get stuck on the first product. Like don't get emotionally attached to the first product you choose.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's just because I even use it myself actually. So it's just, I guess, yeah. So maybe it's just like use it. Yeah. So maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's just since I use it, I don't know.
You just think, yeah. It's. You're hoping it's gonna do a little bit better. I've been like that. You're like, oh, I use it. Other people are gonna.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'll feel you.
Yeah. So it's like since you use it, and I don't know. Like I like the last one, since it was more like female oriented. And this one's more towards like the guys. You get a little more excited, and like you want to take it all the way. Like this is gonna be it. Like this is gonna be the one. So maybe I don't know. So I guess we'll see.
A bit more detachment, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's just too. too attached to it. I don't know. So
Send
Yeah.
it over. I'll let you know what I think.
okay, yeah, sounds good. I'll send it all over and the ad and landing page and all that fun stuff. So
Cool. You got any questions right now?
questions. None that I can. I was just kind of here to just rant about the store. No questions. So just letting everyone listen. So
When you stopped doing ecom, did we already have the coaches inside the program?
no, you talking about like the library? Or
Well, also the library, but we also have coaches. So we've got 2 guys coaching now.
okay.
So, and you'll get a few calls that you can use. So make sure, sort of check out maybe the B.O.S.S School Business again, because we've made a few updates, added some
Okay.
stuff. Specifically coaching calls. We've got a supplier fulfillment agent in there that we recommend and work with that can help get you more reliable shipping mostly.
Okay.
Once you're doing like even just 5 orders a day. And then we have the coaches. The coaches really have been big. That's
Okay.
Ben Banks and Michael King from Twitter.
Okay.
They're helping people one-on-one. You can schedule a call with them, hop on there, and then they'll look at what you're doing, what to improve. Kind of like the live call, but just pure one-on-one. And it's also a second perspective. So you're not just hearing from me or Nate. You're hearing from 2 other guys who know what they're doing.
Okay. Because yeah, I haven't. When I like took that little break there, I kind of stepped away and was doing my own thing, and then I just kind of came back and just I didn't scroll all the way back to see what everyone was talking about the last couple months. So I guess I must have missed out on that. But
Yeah, check that out for sure. That's why I wanted to mention it.
okay, I'll give it a look. I'll check it out.
Cool. And last but not least, Colin.
Yeah, goddamn right, not least. So I have been doing a lot of things in the past, what has been week, 2 weeks, since we had the call. Been working a lot on the back end stuff. I'm holding product over the Chinese New Year, but I'm pretty sure I'm just going to start holding product indefinitely. For the U.S. anyways, in Canada. I'm starting to realize how much of a headache figuring out the logistics of shipping is to places outside the U.S. But the thing is, I really only get complaints for shipping times from U.S. customers because Americans are spoiled. And I think I'm just going to stick with U.S. and Canada shipping. Maybe Australia because that's my second biggest area to ship if I charge for shipping. But anyway, holding product, got my logo on the product, got an updated or upgraded product that I haven't seen anyone else selling. None of my closest competitors have the version I have. Actually only one person on AliExpress has the version I have.
Are
So
you shipping them yourself?
Yeah.
You can look into getting a fulfillment service.
Yeah, I was looking into that. I kind of want to get a feel for shipping it myself first, but I have a feeling that I'm definitely going to want to get a fulfillment center in the
Definitely going to
future.
want to get that.
Yep.
It's not that expensive. They'll charge you like $1 per shipped item or per order, and oftentimes they'll get cheaper rates with the shipping companies sometimes, and also just for boxes and stuff, packaging material. Then you get better rates than you are. So definitely look into that. I can send you the contact of the people we use on the West Coast, and Jason Taken. He's recommended his guys too there on the East Coast, sort of outside Chicago, I believe. Both will work with people who are reasonably small still. So if you're doing 5+ orders a day, it might be worth looking into that at some point.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to that consistency. I mean, the last few days have been pretty consistent, pretty good, but then I'll get days where it's just like absolute trash. So they kind of even each other out.
How are your ads overall?
Ads overall, well, let's see. I mean, overall, it's getting a 1.7. Since I've started, it's a 1.7 ROAS, but I have a certain audience that is consistently at 2.5. And then the other 2 are like low ones, like 1.1, 1.4, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm slowly scaling back those lower performing ad sets and scaling up the higher ad set. And it's been working well so far. I've been slowly scaling it. I haven't just shot it up because I don't want to hit that learning phase again. But
Where are you at with lookalikes?
lookalikes, the last lookalikes I ran were add to cart for a few days. I put 100 just on, each, or not 100, sorry, 20 on each segment of the lookalike. Every single one of them bombed. Not one sale the entire 3 days. So, yeah, that one
How many
surprised
add to
me.
carts have you had now?
Let me look. I've had over 500 some by now.
I would try 1%. Test just the 1%
Okay.
of view content, 1% view content, and 1% add to cart. Just
Actually, the audience that's the 2.5 ROAS is 2 to 5% view cart. That is my best audience out of all of them that I've ever run. But yeah, I've had 600 add to carts about, and when I did the first lookalikes, it was 450. So I guess running again would work. Well,
just run the 1%.
Yeah.
And you're running view content lookalikes?
I am only running the 2 to 5% because the 1% for the view content surprisingly had, I think, a 1.2 ROAS.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say? I mean, usually that works, or sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. You just have to look at your own results.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I was surprised by that because I figured the 1% should do better, but whatever. That's just the nature of the game, I guess. I also have to figure out my Google Ads tracking because I figured out yesterday after I looked through a few more things, it was tracking. It was told me I had like 113 conversions. Like that's no way that's right because I just have it running in the background to test. I have it like $4 a day running on Google Ads just to see if I can run some more traffic to it and how it does. And I was tracking website like going to certain pages for whatever reason. But I did
code in
Yeah.
the wrong place.
I think I had the code in the right place. I think it, because I switched it up a few times and I think it switched the goal once I told it, hey, track people that go to this certain page. And I think it switched the goal on me. I had it right the first time, but then it switched it on me. So I switched it back. And I looked at my numbers and I have about $500 of sales that are unattributed. So I'm not sure exactly where those are coming from. Yeah, I have no idea where those are coming from.
Yeah, neither do I, but probably.
No. I mean, either way, there's 180 to search, which, yeah, I don't know if that's the Google Ads or not because it hasn't been tracking correctly for me. But
Probably Facebook as well.
yeah.
So
So yeah,
traffic is like, you put up an ad, somebody clicks it, somebody's like, oh, I'm going to search this company, let's see if I can find any info. Then they click your site and they buy. So like if all you do is run Facebook ads and you don't do anything else, you're going to get some direct sales, you're going to get some search traffic. I just like to consider all Facebook. And the Facebook pixel tracking, sometimes it's great for a while and sometimes it completely fucks up and is only tracking like 70%. Which is fucked, because then how do you decide which ad set's working and which isn't? But I like to just be like, okay, this is how much I'm spending on Facebook. This is the total sales. What's my ROAS? What's my profitability based on Facebook compared to total sales? And as long as you're not spending, as long as like Google or Instagram shoutouts aren't a focus of your strategy, that sort of overall profit and loss view is going to give you the accurate answer for how your Facebook ads are performing.
I mainly did the Google Ads just so I'm pretty sure if they search my website name's pretty unique, so nothing else pops up. But I did it initially so I would be the first result if they looked up, my website, just to make it seem like more, it just seems more authentic that way.
I think the cool thing you can do with Google Ads that I find cool for your brand name is you can add like specifically what you want to show. So if you've got a product that people are skeptical of, one thing that I like to do is have the Google ads be like, okay, sure, the website and whatever slogan you want, but then you have like, I don't know what it's called. I think it's a site link.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have like a site link for like reviews or site link for whatever you want people to see.
Okay, so you can a link that'll take them directly to reviews, or they'll see reviews just on the actual ad itself.
No, it'll be like main link up top, like your brand.
Oh, I know what you're saying. It's like
And
there's the
below
little
it, there's
sections
like
of the
yeah,
yeah.
there's like little info tabs that link to
Yeah.
different pages. So you can
Okay.
link to like a reviews page, because that's I think often what people want to see when they're googling something they saw off a Facebook ad. They want to see reviews. So if you
Yeah,
have
I
the
know what you're talking about now.
reviews page, link them to the reviews page,
Yeah,
or
100%.
even
Because
link them
I've
to the product page, but have it like you can have it so that it scrolls down to the reviews automatically.
run that by me again.
You can link them to the product page, but have it scroll down automatically.
Oh, yeah, just hit the section. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like
You
it's like that
do the
hashtag
pound.
reviews or
Yeah.
something. You'll have to type in.
Yeah. I've done a bunch the different section headers.
Yeah, you probably know more about that than I do.
Yeah, I've actually the last week I've been dealing with back end stuff and code stuff and putting in custom code, and I'm like, why the fuck do I have all these app subscriptions? I can just do all this myself, because I come from that background. But
Yeah.
um but yeah,
One
so
thing I
I've
was
been
going to
doing
tell you, there's a tool called Tag Assistant by Google.
Pegasus.
Tag Assistant.
Oh, Tag Assistant.
Yeah, it's like Pixel Helper, but for Google.
Okay.
So
Oh,
if you
yeah.
it's like a Chrome extension. So if you use that, you should be able to see why Google isn't tracking properly. So if you go to your product page and it says purchase event or some shit,
hmm
whatever the Google equivalent is, I think they just call it a conversion actually, then that'll show you that something's set up wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely got to test that because I have it set up on the additional scripts under the Shopify admin for checkout. I don't know if that is correct.
Um,
I think I want it on the order confirmation page though. Right? That's where you'd want it. That's where you'd want to count the conversion.
that is definitely where you want it. I mean, if you have it on the checkout script section,
I just don't know where that's running. It's really vague. I don't know if it's running during checkout or if it's running, which that should still work then if it's running during checkout.
well,
no, it wouldn't because
it would be a conversion.
yeah.
The Google tag isn't as smart as the Facebook pixel. I mean, the Facebook pixel is pretty cool. You just post the number or paste the number, and then it'll track everything for you. Let me pull this up.
It's okay. No, it says any customizations you'd like to appear on the order status page of the checkout. So that tells me it is the order confirmation page.
Right. Yes, that's where I have my event snippet for Google Tags.
I think I have it set. I'm going to try that extension, but I think I have it set up correctly. It was just once I went into Google Ads and I changed track the amount of people that you send to this page. I think it changed my goal for some reason because that's what it was set to. It was set to how many people have gone to this page. This is the goal of the campaign. So, yeah.
For the Google tag, you have to code, like you just copy that and then have to go like into the code yourself, correct? And
Not on Shopify. On Shopify, they have. I think this is correct, but if you go into settings and checkout, they have if you scroll like almost all the way down to the bottom, there's a section for additional scripts, and it says that runs on the order status page of the checkout.
That should be correct.
check it out,
Yeah.
and then that's where you can put your
That's where you paste the code.
Yeah.
Oh, additional script, and you can just put it right there.
Place to paste stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could go into the code and just put it there, but I figured this is easier.
I mean, because I was looking at, so I copied the big Google tag that it gave me, and I was trying to look at YouTube videos, and I was like, I don't like want to mess it up. Go into the code, try to put it in there.
Well, you have to put the global tag in the header, and then you can just put the additional script on that one section in the checkout admin.
Do you care if I text you in the Slack in case I have questions about that?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
There's also,
I
I got to be honest, I've pasted this code myself, but I also used an app once because for some reason it wasn't working. I just used Google Ads conversion tracking. I installed that app and then you're done. Like, I think you just connect your Google account and then it's like a Facebook pixel. It does everything for you.
yeah, but for someone like me, that's admitting defeat.
Yeah, I admitted defeat. You got to pick your battles wisely.
Yeah, true. I mean, I come from like coding at the local level, not really HTML, but I'm not afraid to touch it because I've done quite a bit of it in the past. But anyways, so I've been doing a bunch of back-end stuff. That included a bunch of like I've customized a lot of the code on my product page, kind of make it look a little nicer. I also removed the express payment options from the checkout. This is kind of like a nitpicky thing, but you know when they're going to checkout and they have all their contact fields, and then above that it says express pay with what Google Play, Amazon, all that crap. I feel like that distracts them too much.
That's
You know?
an option, yeah. I like Express Checkout. I think Nate always disables that.
Yeah, I mean, I have this thing, I have session recordings that I can look at, and a lot of people just, okay, I'll say this about my audience. I see them fumble around the website a lot. So they really need like a straight line from here to there to get it done. I had a guy ask me if he could order over the phone, and I'm like, I mean, I guess you could, but I have a website for a reason. It's kind of like those kind of people, so I really have to make it as simple as possible. So I think just a straight line, and then PayPal is still an option after they put in their information, all their stuff, and they check out.
I mean, that's classic direct response. Like, give people one option only. Like, either leave or click this button.
Yeah.
I like the dynamic checkout options because in my very unscientific tests, when I've added it, results have generally improved. Obviously, there's more variables at play. There's Facebook ads fluctuations. There's whatever else was changing. But I've just had good experience with that. So my suspicious belief is that dynamic checkout helps, so I use it.
Yeah, I get that. I think it's just too many ways for it's shiny objects for my customers, and I don't like that. I want them to focus on my shiny object. So there was that. Okay. I read about getting into delivery insights or opening up your delivery insights on the Facebook Business Manager. I read it in that thing you sent me, and you're supposed to hover over delivery, and it's supposed to give you a link to delivery insights.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't work for me. I couldn't find it. And I looked it up online. They said the same thing.
So it's not a function I really use much myself. It shows up after a certain amount of time at the ad set level, I believe.
Yeah, it does. So it was the ad set level after 7 days and 500 impressions, which I definitely have.
I think it's more than 500 impressions.
Is it?
I mean, 500 impressions is like bare fucking minimum for anything.
Yeah.
That's like half a day spend usually.
Yeah. Which is why I was like, I definitely have that.
What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to hover over delivery?
That's what it says. Just hover over the delivery category header. And there's a link in there, but it doesn't come up. That was just more of a, I mean, I could probably hunt around and figure out why, or just talk to Facebook support, or just, you know.
Yeah. I'm getting only available for reach and frequency ad sets, which I believe is not true, but that's a sign that it hasn't been running for long enough.
Okay.
Active.
That one's not a big deal. I could hunt around
I've
for that one.
seen that chart, but normally I don't really use it. You're trying to see the audience ad set overlap or something like that?
No, I was just trying to see.
Ratio?
I was just curious on what the fuck's the word? Placements that they were seeing. So if they were seeing it more on one type of ad placement versus the other.
You don't need that. You just go to breakdown by delivery, and then you have platform placement, platform and device, and all those. Do you know that function?
I will in a second.
So if you're in your ads manager,
Yeah.
you got your columns,
Yeah.
and then you've got breakdown.
Oh yeah.
Breakdown.
Oh, I see. By
delivery,
Oh.
and then you get all these.
Yeah, that would be the delivery. That's probably the delivery insights. Maybe they moved it.
No, that's not delivery insights. Delivery insights is, I believe, the first time impression ratio and stuff like that. So when you launch an ad set, day one, it's going to be shown to pretty much 100% people who've never seen that ad set or the ads in that ad set before. And then over time, as your frequency increases, the first time impression ratio is going to decrease. And the fewer people are seeing your ad for the first time, the lower the results are going to be generally. So that's like something people use to figure out, to like troubleshoot why their ads stop performing.
Right.
But again, it's not really something I use.
This is okay. That's going to be really useful because I can see already huge spends in areas that are getting no purchases for placements. Interesting. Okay. Cool. That's really good. I learned something today.
The entire account too, by the way. So with breakdowns, obviously it's going to be per ad set, per ad, per campaign, whatever. If you go to the left to account overview, you can do the same thing there. You can break down by age, demo, whatever.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So that's going to be really useful for you if you want to see which platform is working best or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. That's really good data to have. That's okay. Yeah. Something to look into.
But yeah, before you go finding weird, obscure placements that are doing really well for you, start with the real big breakdowns. Male, female, look at the age trends. Maybe nobody under 25 is buying your product, or nobody under 35 is buying your product. Age, gender, platform. Those are the first three I would look at.
Right.
Maybe do only Facebook or only Instagram before you go into like real specifics. Because if you narrow down long enough, you will find a very, very profitable segment. That's just like a fact. That's just a fact of numbers. If you're at break even, then some placements are going to be profitable and some are going to be losing money. But just because that's been the case for the past doesn't mean this is going to be the trend in the future. So at your stage, you're not trying to find these little pockets that are profitable.
Right. My thing is, yeah, I was just curious to see where they were getting placed and, you know, what's working, what's not, or where it's spending. But
one other thing you can do is, since you're somebody who likes to obsess about details like this, have a think about if you see a platform that's underperforming, or if you see a platform that's performing well as well, have a think about how you can make a better ad specifically for that platform.
Yes.
So because a good video ad for Facebook is not going to be the same as a good video ad for Instagram necessarily. Even ad copy, the way ad copy shows on Facebook is going to be different to how it shows on Instagram.
Yeah, I've started messing around with Instagram stories specifically, like ads targeting those specifically.
Those can be good.
They can be good. The first one I tried bombed terribly, but they can be good. I have 100% confidence.
Again, not something to be messed with pretty much for everyone else on the call. Don't listen to this and start thinking you need to make ads for each placement. It's not high ROI whatsoever. But if you're somebody who has something that's generally working and you want to try and optimize it and find some really killer ads, maybe think about how you can make a great ad for one specific placement, like IG stories, for example.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then a more general question. For my product specifically, since it's not, my product really isn't something that you can, I mean, you can have emotional angles to it, but I feel like targeting interests isn't the best, cold interest is the best way for me to scale horizontally. However, I think behaviors would work well, as in has a certain smartphone or has a certain I don't know, product before versus an actual interest. I don't know. I don't know if that's too broad though. If it's like, oh, has a Galaxy S, Galaxy 8 or something, like that's going to be a lot of people, and that might be a little too broad.
Where's the question?
Have you ever? What's your experience with interest versus behavior? I guess that's the question.
I normally use interest because they're more generally applicable.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly don't even think of it like that. I use interest honestly as a catch-all term for everything that's not a lookalike.
Okay.
So if you want to try a behavior, try a behavior.
So
And
it's just getting the broad. It should be broad. Your product should be able, if you want to scale it, or you want it to be scalable, it should be something that has a broad interest, regardless of kind
your
of
product has a broad interest. The interest, that's right. Your product has a broad appeal.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
By the nature of the product. The interest you pick for it, like your product, if you can get the marketing down for it, this product can scale because the market for it is huge.
Oh yeah.
I don't think interest versus demographic versus behavior is going to be what decides how much it can scale.
That's what I was struggling with because, I mean, I don't think you can really, well, I guess depending on how you think of it, I guess you could niche down with the product. And I kind of have a little bit with it with a certain angle, but I mean, this one is just, I feel like the emotional angle's rough on this one. The feature, I'm trying my new product.
A coolness factor, a uniqueness, a novelty.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
also the utilitarian benefit of the product. I think those are your angles.
Mm-hmm.
I think number one is the emotional angle is how unique and novel and cool and new this is. And then the sort of secondary benefit is just the utilitarian, everyone needs this product.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's where I've been struggling on the front end is with the angles.
Run like a heavy fear-based angle maybe. But
I'm
that's
not
an angle too, like new novel, like you want to be on the cutting edge.
Yeah, no, that's a lot better because the first idea of the angle I had is your house is going to catch on fire because of your crappy charging cables, and they had that GIF of the house burning down or whatever, and I'm like, I scrapped that immediately because I was like, A, that's going to get me banned, and B, it's just kind of, it's not great.
It's just not everything needs to be a heavy fear-based angle straight out of cash advertising.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I just gotta broaden it up a little bit because I think with the first, well, I guess it is selling, but the first product page that I have or the copy that I had for the page is, it was just cutting the cycle of having to buy a new cable every few months or whatever, and something along those lines. I guess kind of trying to emotionally appeal to the coolness of it as well, but it was heavy feature based, so I think I just got to get some killer ads, honestly, and it'll sell itself. I feel like this is a product that'll just sell itself if you have the right ad.
Ad and also just content on your product page. Make the product page look killer. Honestly, like do what you're doing with the logistics. Provide a good customer experience.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got a GoPro that has 4K on it now, so I'll be able to take some really really nice quality pictures and stuff like that. So.
Oh. Yeah. So behaviors, try them. They might work. They might not. Same as an interest. Like don't treat them any different. Just run them just the same.
Right. All right. Cool.
Cool.
I think that's it. Oh, and another. I just want to tell everybody about this. If you have a product that has a lot of variants, I brought this up I think last time, but try Bundle Builder. because I still have like 15 days left in my free trial, and I've already made $300 with it.
You did say that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, if it fits for your store, definitely do it, because it's like, it just works. It works really well. And if you weren't here, what's that?
What does it do specifically?
So it lets the customers create dynamic bundles or custom bundles. And then once they reach a certain tier of price, you can automatically apply like a certain percentage discount. So it incentivizes them to buy more. I have preset bundles, but I noticed with those user session recordings, a lot of people seem to want a bunch of specific pieces. Since I have so many variants, they wanted specific cables with specific adapters. And then once they saw the price, they just left because it was all just normally priced. But once they bundle those together and see that they save like what, $20, $15, they usually go through and convert. So those are sales I would lose before because they feel like they're not getting enough value. But since they're allowed to make the bundle, I don't know. I just thought it was I thought it was something that not a lot of other stores did, you know?
It's more personalized.
Does it display on your product page, or is it just kind of behind the scenes and then it applies a discount?
Nope. It's right next to the quantity selector. It's a link that says bundle, build a bundle. So it's right there, so they see it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I just want to bring that up. If you guys have stuff like lots of variations, get that, because I still haven't paid for the thing. It's made me $300 in sales.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's it for me. I'm done flexing.
Cool. Anyone else got some questions, stuff that popped up while everyone else was talking and asking?
I have one. So since it's so early, mine was geared towards like on Instagram did like the hashtag, like you just kind of go through your market. It was like men's fashion. And there's, when you go on Instagram and see that, you see a lot of younger kids with like, it's going to sound really dumb, but like with like holes in their jeans and like, you know, your typical like fashion. And my first purchase was an older lady who, I mean, it's my store is geared towards men, and a lady bought my first product, which was kind of weird. And then ever since, I get comments on like my ads that say like, yeah, back in like my day, holes, like, because my ads have like holes in the jeans and stuff. It's more of like a men's fashion, like I said. And like I've had older people mention like, yeah, like the holes in the jeans is like it meant something different back in my time. Like it was like we're poor. And I guess like in my head, I'm thinking, well, I'm also like men's fashion to me is like, you got the holes, you got like the style, like the jackets and everything. So maybe, and then the thing is like the ads that I run, those pictures are on my product page. So could that even be totally like when people get there and see that, like the holes in the jeans? And my demographic is a little bit, I guess people that click through is older. And in my head, I'm thinking like the younger. But maybe that could be like a huge turnoff, is people seeing like the holes in the jeans and like the clothes that are not so much of their style. Or do you think that's just like too deep and it's just not, it could just be the product itself? Because I guess like, I mean, like I said, I've had people comment and say like, you know, the holes in the jeans is kind of like it meant something different. It meant we're like poor and stuff. It's like a different representation of the way they're taking it compared to what I'm trying to get across is like the men's style or the men's fashion kind of
thing. That suggests to me that you're not getting the right people onto your website.
Okay.
Or maybe it's like you show your ad to 1,000 people, and of those 1,000 people, 900 people are men that wear jeans like that. But 100 people are old grannies. The old grannies are the ones that leave comments.
Yeah, and I mean, it was an older guy. Like I've had older guys come in and say like, it's like, yeah, it's like, that's like like the bag is cool, or like my product is cool and like I like it, but like the way that I present it with like the holes, and it may, like I said, maybe it's just something like I'm overthinking, but I mean, it's been commented on that.
Wait,
it's like,
are you selling the jeans?
No, it's no.
Wait. Okay,
no,
never mind.
It's the lifestyle.
A model that has jeans with holes in it, and you're selling
Yes.
better or something. Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm going on the lifestyle.
that could be a problem.
Okay, so I like I said, I've had people comment like the holes in the jeans, and maybe I just need to get pictures with just normal jeans on. That could be, and since I have it on my ad and I have it on my product page as like one of the pictures, maybe that's something that's turning people away.
For sure, that would be my number one suggestion if that's something you've realized. But again, with your spend to sales ratio, I don't know if a different pair of jeans is gonna
is like worth it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
But
was
yes, that is a good observation. That if you were at break even, I would say immediately change out the jeans and the model.
okay. I didn't know if it could be something, I guess, is that like specific that people would be like turned off by, is like this the lifestyle that they dress.
It's an incongruency.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's all I had.
If I'm trying to buy a dope watch and I see a guy, if I see a guy wearing a dress, then I'm probably not going to buy that watch.
Right.
I don't really identify with men wearing dresses.
Right.
Very different
Okay.
to a kilt.
Okay.
Men wearing like a pink dress, like I'm not going to buy that. That's an incongruency. And if
Right.
you think you're going after a young demographic, but an older demographic is actually more interested in your product, maybe an older demographic would buy your product, but then they're landing on your page and they see this young dude with ripped jeans. They're like, oh, this is not my style. This is not a brand I want to buy from. That is
Right.
that incongruency that you'd want to fix. But again, with your numbers right now, I don't know if that's the issue.
Okay.
So like send
Right.
over everything you're doing and I'll tell you what I think.
Okay. Sounds good.
Anyone else want to fire off a question?
Trying to think of some, but I'm
Quiet.
failing.
I think I'm good on questions right now.
All right, cool. In that case, stay in touch via Slack, DM me, DM Nate, post in the group chat. I want to hear from you guys what you're doing, how you're implementing these improvements. And then I'll see you in a week or two in the next call. Also, Chinese New Year's coming up. So if you have got something that's doing sales consistently, probably want to change it to a pre-order. Most suppliers, or pretty much all suppliers, aren't going to ship from like 25th to the 1st of February. So that's that whole week. So if you're doing sales consistently, change it to a pre-order. Or do what Colin did, but it's kind of late for that now. Yeah, just keep working on your stores, make it look really good. That's really honestly the biggest tip I can give anyone. Whatever you're doing, make it look exceptionally good. If you can make it very visually appealing and make it look killer, it's gonna work better because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of little tweaks, a lot of messing around with the fonts, changing out designs, adding custom content, adding cool images, editing images that you find off Ali or off the internet, editing them to look good with your site, adding a border, a lot of little stuff that if you do all of it, it can really make your site stand out and look like a real brand. And although they're all little details, when put together, they're going to really make a difference. It's like that classic debut theme with the classic debut default colors. It's not going to work. Just because people have had a bad experience with that type of store, you don't want to look like that. So doing those little details to make your site look better, I really want to sort of emphasize how important that is now more than ever.
Yeah, 100%. I see shitty stores all the time. It's amazing how bad they are sometimes.
Right. All right. In that case, you all have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds
All right.
good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Later, y'all.
Peace out.